Hi everyone, we're Sarah and Patrick Bradshaw with Bradshaw Oxygen.
And we're here to show you how to safely care for your oxygen equipment.
Always follow your manufacturer instructions.
Perform all maintenances at your own risk.
And as always, please remember to always unplug your concentrator before performing any sort of maintenance. Enjoy the video.
Hey everybody, this is Patrick Bradshaw with Bradshaw Oxygen. Today we're doing a seal replacement. We're simply going to do stage 4 and 5. There are 5 seals total in here, but the most common that go out the quickest are the 2 smallest, stage 4 and 5. So usually when people call me, what I'll do is I'll get them to get the machine to go green filling, take the cover off of it, maybe even unplug this fan in the back, turn off any background noise like music, and try to listen for any kind of whooshing noises. If you hear those whooshing noises, especially up in the front, chances are you need to have those seals replaced. Also, obviously, if you're only getting 500, 800, 1000 psi, or it's filling up very, very slow, that's a telltale sign right there that you need to replace your seals. So in today's video, that's what we're going to do. All right, so first what I'll do, obviously take the cover off of it. We're going to disconnect the wires from the pressure switch. Next, we're going to take a 7/16 and undo this just to kind of give us some room so we're not fighting anything. Next, again, just so we got some extra room, we're going to take this off. And always take pictures before you start just taking things off. That way you know how to put them back on. Next, I undo these, but I don't take them out all the way. I just loosen them up enough so I can slide up the front panel. There are 2 more screws in the back. I already took those off just for the video. And you're going to lift it up like this. So we will go ahead and start with stage 5. I'll take a flathead screwdriver, and if you look straight directly down on it, you'll see these pins. So what I do is I loosen them up, take a pair of needle nose, pull out the pin. That's what it looks like. Spin the wheel a little bit to do the other side. And if I can save somebody money from sending me in their whole machine, I am happy to do that. I got parts for everything you can think of on these, and I can always mail them to you. Next, we're going to undo the brass blocks, and we'll just kind of set those down. Set it down like that. And be careful not to scratch these. Try to set them down on some type of fabric, or if you got a towel. And this way, since we already pulled out our pins, we just pull out that elbow. Now this one has a few shavings on it, so a lot of times I'll take an air compressor and blow that stuff off. And then here is our seal. You can see all the little shavings right there. I'll just blow that off. Now, where a lot of people will mess up is they will take a sharp object like a razor blade or a screwdriver and they just peel that off. But since this is made of brass, you don't want to scratch it. So if you get on Amazon, you can get 50 of these for maybe $6. So I'll take these plastic razor blades and I'll just pop off that seal like that. That way I know I didn't scratch it. You can also take a Q-tip, some rubbing alcohol, kind of wipe off any kind of excess, anything you see. These yellow pieces are called gliders. So we just kind of want to clean everything up since we're in there already. Same deal where this sets in behind the brass block. That's a check valve back there with a little screen. You want to wipe all that stuff nice and clean. Again, since you're already in here, you might as well. The easiest way to pop on a seal is you can see these little metal teeth in there. That's going to be on the outside. So try to be pressing it on nice and even. It just snaps on like that. We're going to pop this back in. And guys, be very, very careful. And I should have did this during the video. Take a black marker and mark these because you do not want to spin these off. It'll be a nightmare. So mark it with a marker in case you do bump it. You know exactly where it goes. So I'm very careful not to mess with that. And when you're doing this, kind of look down. I stick my finger in there just to kind of guide it back where I got it. I'll take my needle nose, take my pen. Set that back down in there. Grab your flathead. You don't need to get crazy tight. You can just make it nice and snug. Next, I will wipe this out with a Q-tip because there's little shavings in there. As you can see, they're dumping on my finger. We'll clean that up real good. Inspect it for any kind of scratches. Everything looks good and clean on this one. So we're going to pop it back on. This, whenever you're doing it, hold it nice and straight and just kind of do one motion when you push it on. Try not to tilt it, fumble with it, anything like that. Also, there's little O-rings in here, so be careful not to drop those on the ground. I do not get crazy tight with these. I just kind of get the screws in there. And then I'll just kind of make it nice and snug. If you go too tight, the wheel won't spin. So just nice and snug. You never want to tighten up something too much. Next, we're going to do the other side. This is stage 4. And as you can see, it's a little bit wider. So stage 1 is the largest. Stage 5 is the smallest. And you can see all those little shavings in there. Again, take the plastic razor knife. Also, they make these little plastic putty knives, which are great. You can also peel them off that way. Air compressor gun. We're going to clean everything up. And if the gliders look too worn down, you can always order those. I don't know if the camera can see that. All those shavings in there. And what I'm doing is just a quick version. A lot of times if I do all 5 seals, I do unbolt everything and take the whole wheel out, the whole everything. Again, nice even press down. You don't want to wiggle and jerk back and forth, just one quick motion. We're going to clean the back of this. It's easier if you just kind of have this up how you know you're going to drop in your pen, to just go that way like that. Because if you don't, then you will be spinning what we do not want to spin. Again, be careful not to drop your little O-ring. And line this up real good. Don't let it lean to one side or the other. A lot of times I will press it and tighten it at the same time. And the more you do this, the more you'll kind of get that feel for it. As you guys already know, home fill compressors were not designed for what you use them for, although people still do it. It's just good to know kind of how to work on your own equipment. And when you go to put this back on, make sure this sits right directly inside there. Kind of hand tighten it. Try not to cross thread it. It's very simple to cross thread these. And it's another part that you don't want to get too crazy tight, just nice and snug. And when we're done putting everything back together, get a bottle of soapy water, spray for any leaks, and make sure nothing is not connected. When you put these wires back on, it does not matter. There's no order. And that's it as far as seal replacement goes. Again, we did stage 4 and 5. And we're going to put the cover back on, connect it, and make sure we're pumping as we should. All right, everybody, we got our seals replaced. I kind of hooked everything back up. I just got this hooked up this way because I did a different video earlier. But let me show you how much quicker this is filling up now that we replaced our seals. And like I said, you can take some soapy water, spray any connections, make sure you don't have any leaks. I also don't hear the whooshing noise that I was talking about in the beginning because we replaced those seals. And that thing is already almost full right now. It's going to shut off at 2000 psi. And don't forget, whenever you're filling and you're using your home fill, you want to stop at about 1000 to 1300 psi to prolong the life of this. We already filled up. We're already switched over at full. Too bad these things can't fill up tanks that quickly. If y'all need any parts for the Invacare HomeFill Compressor, feel free to reach out. Or if you don't feel like messing with it, you can always send it in to me. I do bearings replacement, seal replacements, among other things. This was just a quick video. Normally when I do this, I do take everything out of my compressors, clean it real well, replace all the seals. This is just for you guys at home, just trying to do it yourself, which I love, by the way. If you want to reach out to me, you can always call me 828-380-6287. I hope this video helped you guys out. Thank you so much. Have a good day.